Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 7th of April and I have a rather interesting rumour for you today, as we have a little bit of rumbling on the internet that Borderlands is rumoured to be getting a pre-sequel out of 2K Australia that is supposedly set on Pandora's moon Elpis, and this is according to a new report. Now, as I said, this is a rumour, so do take everything I say here with a grain of salt, as the site Game Points Now did claim that the new game will star 4 new characters: Athena the Gladiator, Wilhelm the Enforcer, Nisha the Lawbringer, and Frag Trap. Athena, of course, did first appear in the original Borderlands expansion, The Secret Armory of General Knox, and Wilhelm, of course, appeared as a boss in Borderlands 2, and Frag Trap is, of course, a upgraded version of the Claptrap robot. Now, according to this report, Wilhelm will be making use of shoulder-mounted cannons and drones that can be summoned into battle, while Athena will be a melee class fighter with the kinetic shields that will absorb bullets, as well as being equipped with a plasma sword. And some of you may be thinking this sounds rather familiar, and yes, I would not be surprised if many of you liken her to Borderlands 2's Zero. And the site is also making claims that the players will be taking orders from a programmer called John, who will later grow up to be the Borderlands 2 villain Handsome Jack, who in this particular game will be supposedly looking for an alien artifact. And the game will also be supposedly bringing 2 new gun classes that will feature lasers and freezing Cyro effects, and the low gravity on the Elpis will see you shooting enemies into space and then making use of a jetpack to thrust your way across the surface of the moon. Oxygen, of course, as you might expect, will also be a finite resource and must be replenished using ox kits, and it also claims that you can shatter your enemies' helmets in order to deprive them of oxygen, which sounds like a rather efficient way of dealing with them if you ask me. And it's also believed that the game will take players to the Hyperion's H-shaped base, and that it even can be seen orbiting Pandora in Borderlands 2, and the game will cover a 5-year gap between the first 2 installments. Now, the site is claiming that the title will be out this year, but Gearbox, well, they haven't made a comment, and the only comment from a 2K rep was no comment. So, as I said, they haven't confirmed or denied any of these details at this time. So there you have it, the full lowdown on this particular rumour / report, or whatever you want to call it. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, actually, from Borderlands players, and not only on how legit you think this is, because, you know, I think it could be legit, it could also not be legit. The fact that they didn't comment does raise my suspicions that this may actually be a genuine leak. If this was fake, they might just say so, so it does make me think that maybe this site has happened upon something. But as for the details of the game, it sounds interesting, and the new locale could be a way to basically change up the game a little bit, and also bring a new gameplay style slightly, of course, when you're dealing with a low gravity situation, having to worry about oxygen and all that. It definitely differs up the gameplay somewhat to what we saw before. So I'd be curious to hear some thoughts from you guys. As always, do hit me up in the comment sections below. Let's get some discussion going. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.